Title: The Stone in the Shoe, a Zen Story. Welcome to the channel. May you be peaceful, happy, and filled with wisdom. One rainy evening, a young man named Kenji climbed the mountain path to a small Zen temple. "Master! Please help me," he cried. The old Zen master opened the door. "You seem troubled, my son." "Troubled?" Kenji laughed bitterly. "I am exhausted. Nothing in my life goes right." The master invited him inside. "What troubles you so much?" "I work hard, yet others are promoted. I try to be kind, yet people take advantage of me. I pray for peace, yet my mind is full of worry." The master listened silently. Kenji continued. "Every morning I wake up hoping things will improve. Every evening I go to bed disappointed." "And what do you seek from me?" asked the master. "The secret to happiness." The master smiled. "If I gave you the answer tonight, would you believe it?" "I would try." "No," said the master gently. "You would argue with it." Kenji frowned. "You don't even know me." The master chuckled. "I know suffering when I see it." "Then tell me how to end it." The master pointed toward the darkness outside. "Tomorrow at sunrise, meet me at the old pine tree near the village." "That's all." "That is enough." The next morning, Kenji arrived before dawn. The master was already waiting. "Come," he said. "Where are we going?" "For a walk." "A walk?" "Master, I came for wisdom." The master smiled. "Then walk." Reluctantly, Kenji followed. After an hour, they reached a rocky trail. Suddenly Kenji winced. "Ah! What happened?" asked the master. "A stone is stuck in my shoe." "Then remove it." Kenji sat down, removed the shoe, and shook out the stone. "There. Do you feel better?" "Of course." The master nodded. "And why?" "Because the stone is gone." They continued walking. A few minutes later the master asked, "How long would you have carried it?" "What?" "The stone." "Not long. It hurt too much." The master smiled. "Interesting." "What is interesting about that?" "You removed a stone from your shoe within seconds." "Naturally. But how long have you carried anger?" Kenji stopped walking. The master continued. "How long have you carried disappointment?" Kenji said nothing. "How long have you carried resentment toward those who hurt you?" The young man looked down. "Years." "And why have you not removed those stones?" Kenji had no answer. The master continued walking. After some time, they passed a farmer struggling to pull a cart from deep mud. Kenji rushed forward. "Let me help." Together they pushed until the cart moved free. The farmer bowed gratefully. "Thank you." As they resumed their journey, Kenji smiled. "That felt good." "Why?" asked the master. "I helped someone." The master nodded. "For a few moments, you forgot yourself." "What do you mean?" "When you focus only on your suffering, every stone feels heavy. When you help another person, your own burden becomes lighter." Kenji thought about this. They walked until midday. Finally, they sat beneath a large tree. "Master," Kenji said quietly, "are you saying my problems are not real?" The master shook his head. "No. Your problems are real." "Then why do I still suffer so much?" The master picked up a handful of pebbles. He placed one pebble into a glass of water. "Drink." Kenji took a sip and immediately spat it out. "It's bitter." The master nodded. Then he threw the same pebble into a nearby lake. "Now drink from the lake." Kenji knelt and tasted the water. "It is fresh." "What changed?" asked the master. "The lake is larger." The master smiled. "Exactly." Kenji stared at the water. Your pain is the pebble. A narrow mind becomes bitter. A spacious heart transforms suffering into wisdom. For the first time, Kenji felt the beginning of understanding. But the journey and the lesson had only just begun. The morning sun slowly rose above the mountains as the Zen Master and Kenji continued walking along the winding forest trail. Neither of them spoke for a long time. Finally, Kenji broke the silence. Master, yesterday you said I have been carrying stones in my mind. But I cannot see them. The Master smiled. Not every burden is visible. Kenji frowned. If I cannot see them, how can I remove them? The Master stopped beside a quiet stream. Look into the water. Kenji looked. What do you see? My reflection. The Master picked up a stick and stirred the water. The reflection disappeared. What do you see now? Nothing. The water is disturbed. The Master nodded. Your mind is the same. When it is filled with anger, fear, or worry, you cannot see yourself clearly. So I must stop thinking. The Master laughed softly. No. Thoughts are like clouds. They will always come and go. Wisdom is learning not to chase every cloud. Kenji remained silent. As they walked farther into the forest, they heard loud shouting. A merchant stood beside a broken cart. His goods were scattered across the road. He kicked a wooden wheel. Why does this always happen to me? He struck the cart again. If only people were more careful. If only life were fair. The Zen Master quietly watched. Kenji whispered. Should we help him? The Master asked. Can you help someone who is fighting the road? Kenji looked confused. The merchant continued shouting. He blamed the rain. He blamed the road. He blamed the carpenter who built the cart. He even blamed the horse. After several minutes he collapsed onto a rock, exhausted. The Master approached him. My friend, may we help you? The merchant sighed. It is useless. The Master gently lifted one of the fallen boxes. Kenji lifted another. Without another word, they worked together. Within minutes the goods were neatly stacked. The merchant stared in surprise. You fixed everything. The Master smiled. No. What do you mean? We simply stopped arguing with reality. The merchant lowered his eyes. You spent more time blaming the road than repairing your cart. The man stood silently. Tears slowly formed in his eyes. You are right. The Master bowed politely and continued walking. Kenji hurried to catch up. Master. Yes? That man sounded exactly like me. The Master smiled. That is why I brought you here. Kenji looked down. I complain every day. You complain because you believe life has broken its promise. What promise? That life should always be comfortable. Kenji thought carefully. But suffering hurts. Of course. Then why doesn't life become easier? The Master picked up a fallen leaf. When autumn comes, does the tree complain? No. When winter arrives, does the mountain become angry? No. They simply accept the season. Kenji asked quietly. Are you saying I should accept everything? No. You should accept reality first. Then change what you can with wisdom. They walked until evening. As the sun disappeared behind the mountains, they reached a tiny village. An old woman sat outside her home, calmly weaving baskets. Her house was small. Her clothes were worn. Yet she smiled as though she possessed everything she needed. The Master greeted her. Good evening. She smiled warmly. And good evening to you. Kenji couldn't help asking. Mother, may I ask you something? Of course. You seem happy. I am. But you have so little. The old woman laughed gently. My son, happiness is not something I keep in my house. Then where is it? She placed her hand over her heart. "Here." Kenji sat beside her. "Have you never suffered?" "Oh, many times. I lost my husband many years ago. I lost my children to illness. I lost nearly everything I owned." Kenji stared at her in disbelief. "Then, how can you still smile?" The old woman looked toward the setting sun. "Because I learned something." "What?" "If I spend today mourning yesterday, I lose today as well." Silence filled the air. The master looked at Kenji. "Another stone has appeared." Kenji nodded slowly. "My attachment to what I wish life had been." The master smiled. "You are beginning to see." That night, Kenji lay beneath the stars. For the first time in many years, his heart felt just a little lighter, but the greatest lesson was still waiting beyond tomorrow's sunrise. The next morning, the Zen Master and Kenji left the village before sunrise. The air was cool, and the only sound was birds singing among the trees. After several hours of walking, they reached another village. Unlike the peaceful village they had left, this one felt heavy. People argued in the streets. Shopkeepers shouted at customers. Children fought over small toys. Even the animals seemed restless. Kenji whispered, "Master, why does this place feel so different?" The master replied, "Every village has a spirit. This one has been fed by anger." As they walked through the marketplace, they heard a loud crash. A strong warrior had knocked over a fruit stall. The frightened shopkeeper cried, "Please, it was an accident. I didn't see you coming." The warrior grabbed the old man's robe. "You expect me to believe that?" His face burned with rage. Without thinking, Kenji stepped forward. "Leave him alone." The warrior turned. "And who are you?" "A traveler." "Then keep walking." Kenji clenched his fists. "I won't." The master gently placed a hand on Kenji's shoulder. "Stand back." The warrior laughed. "Your old teacher is wiser than you." The Zen master looked calmly into the warrior's eyes. "My friend, are you protecting your honor or your anger?" The warrior frowned. "My anger gives me strength." The master smiled. "Then why does it make your face so tired?" The warrior's smile disappeared. The marketplace fell silent. The master continued. "If anger truly made you stronger, you would be the happiest man in this village." The warrior looked away. Instead of answering, he released the frightened shopkeeper and walked off. Kenji watched in amazement. "Master, weren't you afraid?" The master shook his head. "Fear meets fear. Calmness often meets truth." They continued walking until they reached a quiet river. Kenji finally asked, "Why didn't you argue with him?" "Because angry people are like burning houses." "I don't understand. If your neighbor's house is on fire, do you run inside to argue with the flames?" "No. You protect yourself first." Kenji nodded. "So when someone is angry, their suffering is speaking louder than their words." They sat beside the flowing water. The master picked up a burning stick from a nearby campfire. He held it carefully. "Kenji, take this." "What?" "It will burn me." "Exactly." The master dropped the stick into the river, where it hissed and disappeared. Anger is like holding burning wood, hoping someone else gets burned. Kenji stared at the water. "But what if someone insults us?" The master smiled. "If someone offers you a gift and you refuse it, who keeps the gift?" "The person who offered it." "The same is true for anger." Kenji thought quietly. "So I don't have to accept every insult." "You only suffer when you decide to carry it." As the afternoon passed, they met the same shopkeeper sitting beneath a tree. His broken fruit had been gathered into small baskets. He smiled warmly. "Master, thank you." The Zen master bowed. "You repaired your stall." The old man nodded. "I realized I had two choices." "What were they?" asked Kenji. I could spend the day hating the warrior, or spend the day serving my customers. And which brought you peace? The old man laughed. The second. The master looked at Kenji. Do you see? Kenji slowly nodded. Every day we choose what we carry. The master pointed to Kenji's empty shoes. This morning you removed every stone from your shoes before we began walking. I did. But how often do you remove the stones from your heart? Kenji lowered his head. Almost never. The master smiled kindly. Then perhaps today is a good day to begin. As the sun started to set, they climbed a small hill overlooking the village. From above, the arguments in the street sounded distant. The master asked, "What do you notice?" Kenji looked carefully. The village hasn't changed. No. But it doesn't seem as frightening from here. The master nodded. When you rise above anger, you see more clearly. Kenji took a deep breath. For years I believed other people were stealing my peace. And now? I think I was handing it to them. The master smiled. The first battle is never with another person. Then where is it? He gently touched Kenji's chest. It is here. That night, as they rested beneath the stars, Kenji felt another invisible stone fall away. For the first time in years, anger no longer felt like strength. It felt like a burden he was finally ready to leave behind. Yet the master knew that an even greater challenge awaited them beyond the mountains. The lesson of fear had not yet begun. At dawn, the Zen Master and Kenji left the village of anger behind. Ahead of them stood a towering mountain. Its peak disappeared into thick clouds. Kenji looked up. Master, must we cross this mountain? The master nodded. There is no other path. As they climbed, the trail became narrow and steep. A cold wind echoed through the rocks. Kenji tightened his grip on his walking stick. I don't like this place. The master asked, what troubles you? I feel as if something bad is about to happen. The master smiled. Has anything happened? No. Then what are you afraid of? Kenji hesitated. I don't know. That is the nature of fear, the master replied. It often grows from imagination rather than reality. They continued walking until they reached an old wooden bridge stretching across a deep ravine. The bridge swayed gently in the wind. Kenji froze. I can't cross. The master stepped onto the bridge without hesitation. It may collapse. Perhaps. You aren't afraid. I am aware of the danger, said the master, but I do not let fear become my master. Kenji remained rooted to the ground. My legs won't move. The master returned to his side. Tell me, Kenji, what do you see? A broken bridge. The master nodded. I see a bridge that has carried many travelers before us. Kenji looked again. It still looks dangerous. It deserves respect, said the master, but not panic. The master picked up a small stone. He tossed it into the ravine. They listened until it disappeared into silence. Did the stone choose where to fall? He asked. No. But you can choose where your thoughts fall. Kenji took a slow breath. So fear begins with my thoughts. Fear begins when the mind starts telling stories that reality has not yet written. Kenji closed his eyes. He realized that he had already imagined the bridge breaking, himself falling, and the journey ending. None of it had happened. The master stepped onto the bridge again. Do not look at the valley below. Then where should I look? At the next step. Kenji carefully placed one foot on the bridge. It creaked. His heart raced. I can't. Don't cross the whole bridge, the master said calmly. Just take one step. Kenji took another step. The bridge swayed, but it held. Another, said the master. Step by step, Kenji moved forward. He stopped halfway across. The wind grew stronger. I want to go back. The master looked at him with kindness. If you turn back now, fear will remember your name. Kenji swallowed hard. And if I continue? You will remember your own strength. Kenji stood silently. Then he took another step. And another. Finally, he reached the other side. He dropped to his knees, breathing heavily. I did it. The master smiled. No. Kenji looked up, confused. You discovered that fear was smaller than you imagined. As they rested beneath a pine tree, they noticed a young shepherd searching frantically among the rocks. My sheep, the boy cried. One has wandered away. Without hesitation, Kenji stood. I'll help. For nearly an hour they searched the mountainside. At last, they found the frightened lamb trapped between two stones. Kenji gently lifted it free and carried it back. The shepherd embraced the lamb with tears in his eyes. Thank you. I thought I had lost her forever. As they resumed their journey, the master asked, were you afraid while helping the boy? Kenji thought for a moment. No. Why not? I wasn't thinking about myself. The master smiled. When your heart serves others, fear often becomes quiet. Kenji nodded slowly. So fear grows when I focus only on myself. Very often. As evening approached, they reached the mountain summit. The clouds slowly parted. Below them stretched forests, rivers, villages, and winding roads. Kenji stood in awe. I've never seen the world from this height. The master looked across the horizon. The world has always been this beautiful. Then why have I never noticed? Because fear keeps the eyes fixed on the ground. Kenji remained silent. He remembered every opportunity he had avoided, every dream he had abandoned, every conversation he had feared, every risk he had refused to take. The mountain had taught him more than courage. It had shown him how much of life he had missed. The master placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Today you left another stone behind. Kenji smiled. My fear. The master shook his head. No. What then? The belief that fear should decide your path. As the sun dipped below the distant mountains, they began their descent. Kenji's steps felt lighter than ever before, but the master knew there was one final stone hidden deep within his students. It was the heaviest stone of all, the stone called attachment. As dawn broke, the Zen Master and Kenji descended the mountain in silence. The forest was alive with birdsong, and the morning mist drifted gently between the trees. After several hours, they reached a peaceful lake. Its surface was so still that it reflected the sky like a mirror. The master sat on a large stone. Kenji, he said softly, our journey is almost over. Kenji smiled. I have learned about anger. I have learned about fear. I feel lighter than when we first met. The master nodded. You have removed many stones. Then why do I still feel there is one left? The master pointed toward the lake. What do you see? My reflection. The master picked up a dry leaf and placed it on the water. The wind slowly carried it across the lake. Tell me, the master asked, is the leaf fighting the wind? No. Is the lake trying to hold the leaf in one place? No. They simply move together. Kenji watched quietly. The master continued. Most people suffer because they demand that life move according to their plans. Kenji lowered his eyes. I've always wanted life to be different. You wanted success without failure. Yes. You wanted love without loss. Yes. You wanted certainty in an uncertain world. Kenji sighed. I suppose I did. The master smiled gently. That is the final stone. Attachment. Yes. Attachment to how life should be. Kenji sat in silence. For the first time, he realized that much of his pain had not come from life's events, but from resisting them. Just then, an elderly fisherman approached the lake carrying an empty basket. The master greeted him. Did you catch many fish today? The old man laughed. None at all. Were you disappointed? A little. Then why are you smiling? The fisherman looked at the peaceful water. Because I came to enjoy the morning, not to control the fish. Kenji smiled. The fisherman continued. Some days the basket is full. Some days it is empty. But every sunrise is a gift. After the fisherman walked away, the master asked, "What did you hear?" Kenji replied, he found joy in the journey, not just the result. The master nodded. Wisdom begins when we stop trying to control everything. As they continued walking, they came upon the old pine tree where their journey had begun. Kenji looked around in surprise. "We're back." "Yes." "It feels different." The master smiled. "Has the tree changed?" "No." "Has the path changed?" "No." "Then what has changed?" Kenji closed his eyes. "I have." The master picked up one final stone from the ground. He placed it in Kenji's hand. "Carry this." Kenji slipped it into his pocket. "It feels heavy." They walked together toward the temple. After only a few minutes, Kenji stopped. "The stone is bothering me." "What will you do?" Kenji smiled. "I'll let it go." He removed the stone from his pocket and gently placed it beside the path. The master bowed. "Today you have understood." Kenji looked confused. "It wasn't the stone that made you uncomfortable. It was your decision to keep carrying it." Suddenly, every lesson became clear. The stone in the shoe, the angry warrior, the frightened bridge, the drifting leaf, they had never been separate lessons. They were all reflections of the same truth. The heaviest burdens in life are often the ones we choose to carry. Tears filled Kenji's eyes. "Master, yes. Will I ever be free from suffering?" The master smiled with great kindness. "Suffering will visit every life. But wisdom decides whether it stays." Kenji bowed deeply. "Thank you." The master placed a hand on his shoulder. "When new stones appear, and they will, do not curse the road." "What should I do instead?" The master answered, "Pause. Look within. And gently remove the stone before it becomes part of your journey." Years passed. Kenji became a teacher known not for extraordinary knowledge, but for extraordinary peace. Whenever someone came to him carrying the weight of anger, fear, regret, or worry, he would simply smile and ask, "Tell me, what stone have you been carrying?" Hearts became lighter because of that single question. Moral: life will always place stones along your path. Some are challenges, some are losses, and some are fears. We cannot control every road we walk, but we can choose what we carry in our hearts. Peace begins the moment we let go of the burdens that no longer serve us. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may need this message today. May your path be peaceful, your heart be light, and may you always have the wisdom to remove the stones that stand between you and inner peace.